the whole purpose for this lesson is that Shelby, she has concerns with inflectional endings, and so I am going to teach her how to do endings like ed, d, s, ing, things like that. And this will be beneficial for her because it will help her to not make the same mistakes over and over again. Okay, hi Shelby, how are you doing today?
Fine, how are you?
I'm doing quite well. Do you know what inflectional endings are?
No.
No. Okay, so think of an ending. What kind of ending could you think of? If I said the word jumped, what was the ending of that?
Ed.
Ed. Good. Good. So I'm going to show you a flashcard, and you're going to give me examples of a word that would go with it.
Jogger.
Jogger. Very good. Some other examples would be cleaner, dresser, slower, things like that. All right. Can you say this one?
Est.
Est. What would be an example of a word that uses est?
Best.
No? Try to use a base word like small,
Smallest.
clean. Good. I like that one. Other words would be like cleanest, slowest, lightest. And we won't always do all of them. I'll just make a few more. All right.
Jumped.
Jumped. Ed. Jumped. Very good. S. 1, 2, 3. Do you have any ideas?
No.
Crosses, dresses, misses. So can you think of one now? Okay, add the ending s to mess.
Messes.
Very good. Okay, we'll do one more of these, and we're going to move on to our story. This will be the fun part. Let's do ing.
Running.
Running. Good. Some other examples would be cleaning, dressing, slowing, playing. Okay. So now that we're done with that, I am going to actually read you not this whole book. We're just going to read one little chapter out of the book. They're all short stories about Frog and Toad. And while I am doing this, you're going to follow along, and you're going to use a pencil to underline the words you see that have endings, inflectional endings. Okay? So tell me when you're ready.
Okay.
And you're going to be like a detective while you're doing this. So you're going to try to find every single one that you can. All right. The corner. Frog and Toad were caught in the rain. They ran to Frog's house. I am all wet, said Toad. The day is spoiled. Have some tea and cake, said Frog. The rain will stop. If you stand near the stove, your clothes will soon be dry. I will tell you a story while we are waiting, said Frog. Oh, good, said Toad. When I was small, not much bigger than a pollywog, said Frog, my father said to me, Son, this is a cold, gray day, but spring is just around the corner. I wanted spring to come, so I went out to find that corner. I walked down a path in the woods until I came to a corner. I went around the corner to see if spring was on the other side. And was it? Asked Toad. No, said Frog. There is only a pine tree, 3 pebbles, and some dry grass. I walked in the meadow. Soon I came to another corner. I went around the corner to see if spring was there. Did you find it? Asked Toad. No, said Frog. There was only an old worm asleep on a tree stump. I walked along the river until I came to another corner. I went around the corner to look for spring. Was it there? Asked Toad. No, said Frog. There is only some wet mud and a lizard who is chasing his tail. You must have been tired, said Toad. I was tired, said Frog, and it started to rain. I went back home. When I got there, said Frog, I found another corner. It was the corner of my house. Did you go around it? Asked Toad. I went around that corner too, said Frog. What did you see? Asked Toad. I saw the sun coming out, said Frog. I saw birds sitting and singing in a tree. I saw my mother and father working in their garden. I saw flowers in the garden. You found it, cried Toad. Yes, said Frog. I was very happy. I had found the corner that spring was just around. Look, Frog, said Toad. You were right. The rain has stopped. Frog and Toad hurried outside. They ran around the corner of Frog's house to make sure that spring had come again. Right. Can you tell me what words you found? This is my teacher copy, and I already have my words highlighted, but if you'll just tell me them as you go. Okay?
They, because they took the and added the Y ending.
No. I will just mark.
Spoiled, because they took spoil and added ed.
Okay?
Closed, because they took closed and added ed.
Very good.
Waiting has ing. Bigger has the er.
Good.
Wanted has the ed.
Good job.
Walked has the ed.
Very nice.
Pebbled has the es.
Good.
Walked has the ed. Walked has the ed. Asked has the ed.
Very nice. I'm glad you caught that one. 'Cause I actually did.
Chasing has the ing. Tired has an ed. Tired has an ed. Started has an ed.
Okay.
Corner has an ed. Or er, sorry.
Well, I'm going to
Asked
pass
has-
that one out because that one doesn't quite work, but that was a good observation.
Asked has an ed. Asked has an ed.
Okay, good.
Coming has an ing. Birth has an s. Studying has an ing. Singing has an ing. Working has an ing. Flowers has an s.
Okay.
2 minutes. Stopped has an ed. And hurried has an ed.
Right, very good. You did excellent. I'm just going to write your word right here. And you're going to give the past, the present, and the future tense of it. So we're going to do the word small.
Smallest.
No, that wasn't really.
I can't do past present to a small, can we?
How about watch? You're going to give an ending to it. That's-
Watched, watching.
Yeah.
Past, present, future. Watcher.
Okay, all right, and what we were going to do, I was going to give her a word, base word, and she is going to write a short story about it once she finds appropriate ending, and then for closure, I'll ask her a question about why we use inflectional endings.